This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The Bull frothing at the mouth, awaiting the pitch, and he swings and drives one down the right field line. Vigil going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. Smith can touch them all. A home run for Stephen Smith right down the line, just to the left of the fair pole. And Texas Tech surges in front in the top of the ninth on the 10th bomb of the year for the Bull, Stephen Smith.
Hey, good morning. It is the Morning Drive on Lubbock Sports Station, Double T 97.3 and Double T 97.3.com with Jamie Lent and Jeff McGuire. I'm Chuck Heinz. We come to you from the First United Bank studio. Take your thoughts and comments on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Go to Double T 97.3.com for that, of the mobile app. The Visual Edge IT hotline, it's open, 806-771-0973. I just have a feeling that it's going to be a theme today.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a theme today. With highlights.
And what is that theme?
That theme would be highlights of players who played for Texas Tech baseball who are going to be appearing in the Texas Tech alumni baseball game tomorrow. How about that? Sometimes 2 and 2 does equal 4. Okay.
All right, trivia time. So tell me the significance of that home run.
I think that was in the last series, Super Regional, that took you to your first trip to Omaha. No. Okay.
That was... Hang on. Was that the one where a certain future Big 12 Player of the Year face planted? No, that was the trip. That was the...
No.
That was the triple. Stephen Smith home run.
We were doing so well.
No.
That was... I'll help you out. Okay. Yeah. That was in a regional against New Mexico.
Oh.
And it was at home. And as you heard Brian say, Texas Tech surges in front in the top of the ninth at home. That doesn't make sense. New Mexico was the home team.
Was the home team.
It should have been a walk-off. Which would have made it even that much cooler. But instead, it gave Tech a 3-2 lead. I believe it was 3-2 in the top of the ninth. And the play that ultimately would walk it off was the famous walk-off pickoff. Hayden Howard picks off the runner at first base.
Yeah, he's not playing this weekend, which kind of stinks, because I would have absolutely used that one today too.
And so, again, I every time I hear the highlight, I'm frustrated that it's not a walk-off. But then remember how cool the actual walk-off part of it was with the walk-off pickoff over at first base. They were playing behind the runner, and the first baseman snuck in behind him and tagged him out. It was awesome.
Okay. All right. Well, that's really cool. It's really good for you to have the ability to recall that like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a little. As far as Tech baseball goes, you know how I say that I like to. I'm not super inquisitive like you are. I'm not interested in a lot of things. And I've told you before, because I don't want to, jokingly I say I don't want to take up space in my brain with things that I don't really need to know.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I save all the room for Tech baseball. And my family's names. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's pretty. I'm sick, Chuck.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I
have issues.
That's really good. That's really good that you have that recall, because you're really gonna excel today then.
Okay.
Well, because Jeff's got. I'm just gonna assume that he's got a lot of highlights loaded up today.
All right. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah. No, it will be fun. That will be fun. And I feel like it's going to be a really fun day tomorrow. It may be a little chilly, but I feel like it's going to be a really fun day tomorrow, because it's not something you've done in quite some time, where you've had, a baseball game between your your regular guys and your alumni guys, and people getting an opportunity to kind of get out and see everybody.
Yes. Yeah, should be fun.
So it's a 1:30 first pitch over at Danlaw Field at Rip Griffin Park. And so just make sure that if you got time to go over there and do that. Starting lineups will begin at 1:20. First pitch is at 1:30. If you're a season ticket holder, you receive a complimentary ticket, one ticket per seat on your account for Saturday's game, for tomorrow's game, and you'll get that this afternoon. So that's pretty cool. That is a ticketed event, so it will cost you, if you don't have season tickets, it will cost you a little bit of money to get into the event. So that's good. I
believe, Chuck, that I have 8 tickets.
Okay.
And I believe that we should give them away.
Okay, great. Get some more butts in the seats.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
And I also think that I have 10 tickets for the Lady Raiders and TCU on Sunday, and we need that place to be packed.
We do.
Let's give some of those away today as well.
Great.
Yes, I do have 8 baseball alumni game tickets. Okay. So we'll give them away today.
Okay, great. So be tuned in for that throughout the day today. Do you know, and I apologize for asking this on the air, I don't know what the ticket price is for this.
I do not know either.
Okay. So, but you can go to texastech.com and go to your ticket account and figure that out. But among the guys that are going to be playing, Cal Conley, Eric Gutierrez, Jace and Josh Young, Brian Klein, Parker Kelly, Reed Redmond, Hunter Redmond, Chris Richburg. And then did I see that Matt Miller was going to pitch as well in this game?
Matt Miller is on the list.
He's on the list. Mm-hmm. Okay. Chad Bettis is on the list. Zane Petty is on the list. AJ Ramos is on the list.
I think AJ is also coaching the alumni team.
Okay. He had an injury that ended his big league career, so hopefully he can get out there and throw it a little bit. So of all the guys that are on this list, maybe there's a list of hitters and a list of pitchers. Is there one in particular that you're like, man, I can't wait to see what this guy's up to?
What this guy is up to?
Oh, just to see him.
I mean, I've never met Chad Bettis or AJ Ramos.
I heard
before,
you say that yesterday.
I would love to meet those guys. They're kind of from a different era of tech baseball, and so obviously nice long big league careers and all that good stuff. So I think that's really cool. I mean, there's a bunch of guys there that, was friendly with when they were players here. So including Steven Smith, who I see every once in a while, because at last I knew he still lives here in Lubbock. So I'm excited about seeing all those guys.
Okay.
Tickets can be purchased for $18 as of right now.
18. Okay.
There's 4 sections that are 18 and the deck is 22.
Okay.
And then after the game, I know there's an autograph session too. So if you want pictures with any of them or get your autograph, all that good stuff.
That's very nice. I think that will fire people up.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Steal him home. Curt Wilson took off from third. Nixon never saw him.
Wow.
Never threw the ball to the plate. The Red Raiders win it 5-4 as Curt Wilson wins it on the steal of home. What a way to end this game. It is a great day to be a Red Raider.
6:16 this morning here on the Morning Drive. That would kind of warm you up a little bit this morning if you got out of bed and it was a little chilly in your house this morning, or you've gone outside already. It's not bad at all, but anytime you have a little baseball highlight, it kind of warms the blood a little bit, right?
Yeah, no doubt. And if you're into baseball, yeah.
Curt Wilson will be among those guys playing tomorrow, or at least making an appearance for the alumni side of things as the Tech baseball team.
I think you can just assume he's going to do something special.
Yeah, right.
He always does.
That would be so Curt Wilson of him, wouldn't it?
It would be, yes.
Whether he's hitting a home run or stealing a base, or maybe he'll dust somebody up from the mound.
Yeah, who knows?
Could do a little bit of anything. Mm-hmm. Probably the most, and maybe this is unfair to say, maybe the most classic of all things is when he was at Coach Tadlock's radio show and put a note in there that what about Curt Wilson batting?
Yeah, when will Curt Wilson get some more at bats? Signed to Curt Wilson,
and then proceeded to homer that weekend.
Yeah.
That's just that's Hollywood stuff right there.
That's Curt.
You can't make that stuff up.
Yeah, we were joking yesterday. Different. Most likely to, hit a home run tomorrow, or the group that was, Choice was asking which group would I want to go golfing with, and
I heard him
picking,
say that.
Guys that were most likely to get thrown off the course and all that good stuff. Curt Wilson is most likely to have a good time. That's just most likely. No matter what happens, there will be laughs because Curt Wilson is probably doing something funny.
Wouldn't it be
or exciting?
Yeah, wouldn't it be more likely like who'd you like to go have a cheeseburger with? Wouldn't that be more what you'd like to do is go have a meal with? I'd
enjoy walking on a golf course with folks. Yeah.
Okay. All right. 6:17 this morning.
Although I would be embarrassed with my swing, but that's a whole other story.
Okay, let me ask you this, because we got a lot to get to today, but we got plenty of time. Let me ask you this. From the official Red Raider side of things, the guys that are going to be playing this year, how close do you think the starting lineup will resemble what the starting lineup's going to be when you take on Oklahoma here in a couple of weeks? I
would guess pretty close. That's just a guess because I haven't seen the starting lineup.
Okay.
But I guess I would guess it'll be pretty close.
Do you think there's some – I realize it's always kind of open to a certain degree, but do you think there's still some position battles that are going on?
Sure I do.
Okay.
I mean, they got 2 weeks left to get it figured out. So I mean, I don't think they're coasting at this point as far as, hey, we got this figured out. We'll just we're going to roll these 9. I think everybody's out there still fighting for spots. Yeah.
But there's always some tinkering,
and I do
right?
think there's going to be some platooning at some of the positions. Possibly center field, possibly right field, possibly third base. Some of that.
Is that based on who the opposing pitcher is more than like lefty righty or something?
Could be, yeah.
Okay.
Could be.
Okay.
Or it could be who's playing well or who's swinging well.
Yeah. I mean, and then like you say, I mean, there's always going to be a little tinkering.
But I think there's other positions that feel pretty solidified to me. First base, second base, shortstop, left field's definitely solidified with Logan Hughes. I mean, there's plenty of it that's set in stone there too.
I've heard you talk about this young man, and I saw Coach Tadlock on the sports last night talking about him, but just kind of looking at him and looking at his numbers, and you can speak about him because you have already. Lincoln Garcia, 6'5", 218. And then you just kind of look at his picture and like, that's a baseball player right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bigger guy, and he's just a freshman, but he is a year removed from high school. He played at a prep school for a year, or an academy in Florida. So, I'm sure he's added a little bit of muscle, during that time as well. But yeah, he's built a little bit different, and he's one of those guys that just always seems to make solid contact. And so whether that means the ball's going out of the ballpark or not, I'm not necessarily saying that, but he's just always hitting it hard. And when you're hitting it hard, chances are you're going to end up with a lot of hits.
And second base, right?
Shortstop.
Okay.
Shortstop or third base.
Shortstop or third base. And I'm going to assume that he's got a cannon for an arm.
It's strong.
It's strong.
Yeah. I mean, it's not Josh Young strong or anything like that, but it's not Michael Davis, but it's strong.
But I mean, he's got room to grow, obviously, with.
He's just a freshman. I mean, you'll have him for 2 years because he'll be draft eligible after next season. Not this season, but next season. You got to make sure you can keep him too because he's pretty good.
Right, because somebody may poach him.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd love to.
Which is possible.
I think he's going to be a really good player. I don't want to heap too much on him before he's ever, swung a bat for the Red Raiders. But he looks like he's going to be a really good player for you.
Who's the likely Red Raider tomorrow to have a home run or do something kind of cool where you go, wow, what an auspicious start?
Logan Hughes.
Okay.
I mean, he's a Big 12 leader in home runs a year ago. I would guess Logan, would be that guy. Can
you work that into your broadcast tomorrow? Can you say to John Harris, What an auspicious start for that young man.
Oh, man, that would make me sound smart. Then I'd, raise the bar and people would have expectations. I mean, that's a big word, Chuck.
I don't know. I mean, that could be.
I don't want to set people up thinking I've suddenly gotten smarter since last baseball season.
You got some academics in you since last May. So, do you think? Do you get the sense that they're excited and anticipation is high with going into this year, maybe versus last year a little bit, or is it pretty much the same?
Yeah, I would say it's the same. I don't think they went into last year thinking that they were worried that they were, hey, we could be really bad or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I think they, things just kind of snowballed on them and they never really got going, and their weaknesses were exposed, and the pitching that they were hoping for never really came through. Mm-hmm. I mean, your whole weekend rotation is gone, and I would tell you, I would guess every one of those guys would say that they underperformed last year, and so I don't think going into the season they thought, man, this is going to be a rough go of it. But I think they're excited. I think with the changes in the coaching staff, I mean, it's brought a fresh perspective on some things, and hopefully, that helps in the pitching department. Because you definitely need to take a step forward from where you were last year.
Do you, and I don't know if he does this or not, do you think the alumni guys will spend some time with the regular team just to kind of, I don't know, share experiences or share?
I am absolutely certain. I'm sure that they will hang out in the cages and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's always good. I think that's always good for teams when you've had guys that have had success.
Sure.
Previously, and not that they're trying to coach them up or motivate them or anything like that, but just hey, this can be a really special place when we win.
Yeah. And I have been told that all the pitchers on the alumni team are on a strict pitch count from their professional organization. And so if at any time one of them hits that pitch count in the middle of an inning, mm-hmm. one of the current Red Raiders will hop over to the alumni side and finish out the inning.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
So there'll be some switching of teams in that regard too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to protect those guys, and
and you got to protect the current guys too.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. It's like
we're going to need them also.
We understand Minnesota
Twins.
Twins.
Not just for the alumni's enjoyment.
We understand Arizona Diamondbacks, but we got 50 some odd games we're getting ready to play here too, and we're hoping for.
This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Doubled in the third run. 2-2 pitch here, hit well towards right. Going back, the right fielder Sardinius, he can watch it leave the yard. Josh Young has just homered for the first time this season after hitting 6 last year. And the Red Raiders add to their lead. It's now 4-1.
$7:15 this morning here on the Morning Drive. I thought I'd give you a little Major League music there. Do you remember what game that was from?
I do not. I'm going to guess early in Josh's sophomore season, because if he only had 6, that was his freshman year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard you guys, and Choice has been very, very consistent with this over the years. The fine host of The Bottom Line, Choice Woodman, he's kind of a 5-tool player for us, because he can host, he can analyze, he can play-by-play, he can color it up. He can engineer it. So he's kind of a 5-tool guy.
He's definitely a tool, that's for sure.
He's a big fan of Major League 2, just campaigning that Major League 2 is superior to Major League 1.
It's not what he says.
I think he does.
He says it's as good as. It is as good as Major League 1.
Okay. I have always taken it as he thinks it's better.
He capes up for Major League 2.
He does cape up for it, but he says it's as good as Major League 1.
Do you listen to every minute of our shows?
Everyone but one.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, this one. Don't listen to this one. Yeah. No, I
feel like you are. You're on top of what we talk about on the other show.
Well,
or is just 1 to 3 happen to be your drive?
Well, like yesterday, I worked till about 12:45 here, and then I thought, I want to go home and grab something to eat. And the lucky lady was out of the house, and sometimes I just like having a little Chuck time, And so there was some leftover ribs in the refrigerator, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna. And I like to go home and have lunch and sit at the bar. And she's really good about when she's home. She's like, I know you don't want to talk, so I'm just gonna leave you be. And then she'll let me go sit at my bar in the front room, and I like to listen to you guys while I'm eating lunch. And so as I'm tooling around town, I listen to our local shows, 100.7 The Score. It's a good companion for me after I get after I have the thrill of victory, of having a good conversation with a friend / customer or customer / friend, or the agony of defeat after I get my teeth kicked in. Like, no, we don't have any interest for you. Then I get in and you guys are warm and friendly. So until you start ragging on me, but then I'm like, okay, that's good. It's all good. So,
that's why he listens.
No,
because he knows his name comes up every once in a while.
Actually, it's not. But I enjoy the conversation. I enjoy the various things that take place. There's some things that I don't particularly care for, but I mean that's like for all of us.
It's take versus take, isn't it?
I really liked Take versus Take. As much as you hated it, I loved it. I thought it was really good. In fact, I was jealous of it, to be quite honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Yeah, that checks off.
Yeah,
you would enjoy that.
Yeah. I thought a lot of times I was playing along. I was like, I would have said this. I would have said this. This from the Yates Flooring Center chat line off the Double T 97.3 mobile app, presented by Happy State Bank. Dear Chuck, he is well paid, that is well satisfied. I'm into Shakespeare this morning. And no, not back on the scotch. Okay. I didn't know that was Shakespeare, but that's good. Let's see. Never good enough, Chuck. Listens when you're on JL to see if you're doing more on other shows.
Yeah, he quite frequently accuses me of having more fun.
Yeah, he enjoyed. This is Tool, the word of the day. Could be. This from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Chuck, finish your thought. ... That was the longest way to get to a JL compliment. Okay, well, I apologize for that. That was earlier. This in honor of Cam Warren getting married. And wouldn't it, like, let's just say it's a Lubbock wedding for Cam, okay? And let's just say it's a night tilt, okay? Wouldn't it be like the most cool thing ever for Cam to come to the ballpark and hit a home run and say he hit a home run on his wedding day?
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
I once knew a guy. I was at a KU football game, and I was at this bar after the game, and this guy was there, and I didn't know he was getting married. He was a guy that I had worked with previously, a couple different places, or at least one place. Maybe we were working together. Anyway, the bottom line is, I looked around and I was talking to somebody, and they're saying so and so's getting married. I go, well, he's right over there. He goes, well, I'm going to that wedding tonight, and he was at this bar. It was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He was getting married that night. So Cam could come to if it's a home game. Wouldn't it be cool if he came to the park and did something special? Like hit a home run.
Chuck, somebody on the chat line says he's getting married out of the country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What were you doing on your wedding day after the wedding was over?
After the wedding was over?
Uh-huh.
Well,
you went to the reception.
Yeah.
After the reception, what'd you do?
Well,
did you want anybody else around when you were after the reception?
No. I'm talking about before, Jeff.
Before the wedding.
Yeah, before.
He's gonna be getting ready for the wedding.
I know, but
before
apparently he's having a destination wedding out of the country. Does seem like bad scheduling though on his part.
No.
Wish them the best. They are a great couple.
The
DPI.
way before they announced the baseball line.
And oh, by the way, he's getting married before baseball season starts.
No, I got it. It just would have been like I said. It would have been cool if it was a home game wedding, and he came over to the park and hit a home run before he walked down the aisle, or waited for his bride to walk down the aisle. If they're doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that would have been. I think that would have been awesome.
Mm-hmm. Do you wish you could have called a game before your?
It was a nighttime wedding. I would have been available for a 1 o'clock tip. Yes. Mm-hmm. But sure. I think that would have been cool. Next to the groom's father.
I could just
next to the
hear
groom's
you
father.
at the wedding telling everybody about the game. And then I yelled, "That's 5." What's his name, Bob?
Bill,
that's 5. And then Fink told him. And then Coach Gerlich. And then the guy came over, the referee came over. Bill came over.
I'm getting married today, man. Give me a break.
Yeah. One of the things I really enjoy about watching the Lady Raider games is when they come over to review something and watching Chuck rubberneck to try to get in the shot.
No, I'm not trying to get in the shot. I'm trying to see what's going on because the TV screen is to my left. You always have these. You always
I
have
know you're watching the screen, but it's just funny because you're wrenched over there trying to
see what's going on, right? Or we're trying to hear that. Or the other thing we're trying to do is we're trying to hear the conversation. Well, sometimes they do, but I mean, I want to hear the conversation going on. I want to hear what's.
He wants to make sure they're having the right conversation.
Yeah, never as good as when the Texas coach and Coach Gerlich were going at it. Chuck had to run down there.
I wanted to hear what he was saying.
Run down there and be a bodyguard. Does Vic tell you to go? Go.
No, he doesn't.
Get on there.
Oh, man.
You do this to yourself. But at least when it comes from us, it comes with love.
Yeah, I think 7:24 this morning here on the morning drive. Take your thoughts.
It makes my heart feel happy when Chuck's in Utah or whatever, and I see him on the television broadcast. I'm surprised he doesn't have a sign some of the times. Hi, Mom, whatever. And I'm like, oh, Chuck's doing well. Looks good.
This Chuck just wants to give the refs pointers in case they need some correction. Yeah. We had a little bit of that in Salt Lake. I'll just tell you that.
Good to see the red turtleneck made it out today.
I was not suited up for Salt Lake.
Suited up for Salt Lake. Sounds like some sort of retreat for folks to go on and learn new skills.
This from the chat line. My sister had been married several times. My mom called to tell me she was getting married again, number 4, and I need to put that date on my calendar. I told my mom I had a previous commitment and couldn't make it. Told her not to worry. I bet I would make it to the next one. That's awesome.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
Do you ever ask yourself, why am I here? Or are you required to be here to keep this thing kind of in somewhat semblance of order?
Yeah, I'm very aware why I am in this spot.
Required attendance by on highest.
Why I am here, not Clint or Choice or Bro.
Babysit.
Sneed.
Yeah.
There's a reason that I am in this spot.
Yeah.
All right, my question for you guys today. Mm-hmm. So how we think back at Red Raider football or basketball or baseball games, and somebody might mention a score, 2003 game against Oklahoma or whatever, and you're quickly go, oh, was that the game where such and such did this?
Yeah.
Where we scored a touchdown on the final play, or when Chuck Heinz missed that chip shot field goal to cause us to lose it, or, when Jeff McGuire had a strip sack and scoop and score. I mean, whatever. Okay?
Hey, wait a minute. I missed the field goal and he gets the strip sack, scoop and score.
Okay?
Got it.
All right. Fast forward 10, 15 years, and the 2025 football season gets brought up. What's the one play the most that you think you're going to remember and say, oh, is that the game where such and such happened? Which one play will you remember about this season? And some Tech fans and some of our hosts like Choice and Bro, they're terrific at that was the 2007 game when such and such did such and such. And I can remember who was it against. I can't remember the years. They're really good at that stuff. But what play are you going to remember about 2025 and say, was that the game when he did this?
man, the low-hanging fruit on this is the Jacob Rodriguez touchdown at home, and then the Heisman pose.
Yep.
That was.
He had a couple of those.
I know.
Which one are you talking about?
The first one.
Who's that against, Chuck?
Was that an offensive play or a defensive play?
No, I'm talking about the offensive play when he went in.
See, that's not the low-hanging fruit.
See, I would have thought of the defensive one.
I'm thinking of the pick six.
No. Pick six?
I could have sworn No, I guess he didn't score, did he? No.
He just no. He just took the ball out of the hands.
If it's not Jacob Rodriguez,
which play?
The interception where on the right I can't remember who it was against is the problem.
Okay,
I can't because he had so many great plays.
Fair enough.
He's on the right hand side. The quarterback throws it out to his left in the flat, and Jacob just kind of sticks his paw up and kind of grabs it and brings it down, and then runs it back. I want to say it's like a 20-yard return or something along those lines from where he caught it. If it's not that one, Skylar Gill-Howard smile.
Yeah, somebody brings it up off the chat line. That's a really good one.
I don't even have to tell you what it was. I can just say the smile, and we all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what Jamie is looking for here.
Yeah, and which game was that? Was that Kent State?
I think it was.
I'm like I said. I think I'm going to stick with the.
Yes, it was Kent State.
Jacob Rodriguez touchdown. I don't know which game that was, but that was the one that he scored on the offensive one. He came in came in as the quarterback.
Okay. It's interesting to me, for me personally, I have two that stick in my mind, and they're both in the same game. The opening kickoff return for a touchdown for Jacoby Williams against Oklahoma State. And
that you may or may not have been on the field for?
I was. And Jacob Rodriguez I'm going to take this ball from you, and I'm going to run into the end zone. And that, awesome strip and score against Oklahoma State. Those are the two plays. I think your Jacob Rodriguez one was really cool too, Chuck. The electricity from the crowd made that awesome.
When he came in, you kind of knew what was going to happen there.
It kind of became less cool when we did it more.
Yeah, right.
If I'm being honest.
When he threw the interception.
Well, that too. But, it wasn't just a one-time thing. Mm-hmm. So we did it more, and it became less. It made it less cool as far as I'm concerned. But that moment was really neat.
Took away a little bit, right?
Yeah. Other ones that I would have thought about is Cam Dickey against Kansas. First play from scrimmage, up the gut, 70 yards, touchdown, let's go.
I was thinking about maybe when the coach dropped the knife and then just kind of walked away from it, and then they, it's stupid. It's just embarrassing.
I think the Skylar Gill-Howard one is really good.
That's a really good one.
That's a really good one.
The problem with this, for this past year, and it's not a problem when you as a fan, but why do we remember the Crabtree catch so much? Because you needed that to take the lead with 1 second left in that game. Why do we remember the Keenan Evans dagger against Texas? Yes, it was against Texas, but it was to win the game. It was a game when you needed this to happen right now. The build up for the moment in all of your football games this year, but two really. It was, okay, well, it's third quarter. What else is going on in the Big 12? Because this game's been over for 10 minutes.
Yeah, truthfully, to the kickoff return for a touchdown against Oklahoma State, we could have just ended the game right there, right?
Yeah.
The opening kickoff.
It was a game winner.
42-0.
It was a game winner right there.
Yeah, ball game. Yeah. Mic drop. Let's go.
Let's game.
Head to the house. Let's all head down to Broadway. I just think it's and I think your point is valid there. It's just an interesting year, and I don't feel like, as great as this season was, it's hard to pick out like memorable moments. Just the whole day in the BYU home game.
Absolutely.
Okay. Mm-hmm. The whole day winning the Big 12 championship. Mm-hmm. Probably, unfortunately, we'll remember the whole day of the
Miami
Orange Bowl. But anyway, it's odd. With so many great highlights, so many great wins, There's no like signature, not a lot of signature moments.
And part of that just was because of how you dominated
you blew
teams.
people out.
Yep.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
And the pitch. Hit up in the air to deep right field. That ball's carrying. That ball's at the wall. Adios, muchacho! Adios, Texas! Red Raiders, walk them off! Walk them off! Walk them off!
Are you kidding me? Unbelievable! Did this really just happen?
Curt Wilson! You magical son of a gun!
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable.
It's one of the best college baseball games that's ever been played. 16-12. Red Raiders win.
We can just all go home now, right? I mean, how do you top that?
I don't know.
If you had like, I was going to say like at a party, or if you like at your funeral, okay, and they're playing baseball highlights. I realized that Hax was the lead on that, but I mean your commentary at the end was outstanding.
I said unbelievable. Yeah.
It's a great day to be a Red Raider. Is that the one that we'd finish with? Would we finish with that, or will there be highlights at such said event? Or have you thought about that at all?
I really have not thought about that.
You know, some people have like pictures, and stuff over the years, like, when they're a baby and married and kids and, pulling the wagon, or, riding the bike or something like that. And I got a feeling like yours and Hack's would be filled just with highlights.
I think
winning moments.
Chuck, are you planning your own funeral?
No, not
because this
today.
is like the third time in like 2 weeks that you brought up death.
Oh, well, no, it just kind of came to me.
So, I mean...
Okay. Just checking.
But you and Fink are going to do the same thing then, right?
You know what Fink wants? And this is the God's honest truth. The music that we hear in the headset before the game.
Oh, gosh.
That's what he wants. He wants that played at his funeral.
There's going to be like 7 people that know what that is.
I know, but that's what he wants. I mean,
we're the ones that will share the story.
I'll make sure that happens for him. So,
I mean, we know what we need to hear at Chuck's funeral.
What's that?
Chuck, I need that jacket. You like it? It looks good.
There's a lot of things.
That's my business card. All right. Thank you. Let me know how I can help. I will.
This guy is a tiger in a trance in a state of circumstance.
That would be great.
And I love all things Chuck.
Yeah.
I would have.
Man, of course I met Chuck. Oh my God.
I would have thought it was the Missouri State song that was played.
Well, that'll be as they're bringing him in, but those will be played after he gets
God
set
is
up.
my witness. If the lucky lady does that to me, I will haunt her for the rest of her life.
I don't know, Chuck. I've not really thought about those kind of things. I have been at funerals where they did like show a bunch of pictures of
people
of the person that passed or whatever, and I think that's really cool because you see the happy moments.
Yeah,
you see them with their kids, or you see them, accomplishing something, know, on top of a mountain, or winning an award at work or whatever. And you think about those happy moments. You don't think about them having passed.
Right.
So I think that's a neat idea.
Yeah.
I can't imagine my wife would want to hear my baseball highlights at that point. I can't imagine that.
Yeah. This favorite Curt Wilson call, the OG versus OSU.
Of course.
Friday night steal of home versus Texas, or the Saturday walk-off slam. This person says, think I lean OSU because of the stakes.
100%.
The
rarest of the three is the walk-off steal of home, but the most impactful in, what it meant against, and against what the stakes were against a rival, all the above, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, but then again, the other two, The steal of home and the walk-off grand slam are back-to-back nights against your rival.
That's what's crazy.
Yes, your biggest rival, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what's crazy.
I mean, the dude just had a flair for the dramatic.
This from 1M. This is nice. This is nice. Thank you, 1M. Jeff, I truly do appreciate the work you put in to put all these moments together. I haven't smiled and laughed this much in the morning in a long time. Thank you so much. This trip down memory lane has been awesome. Well, thank you, Juan. That was very kind of you to say that. And thank you, Jeff, for the work that you did today.
When you got good ingredients, it's easy to make a good meal.
There you go. Let's see here. Chuck, why is the tall girl not playing? She's not eligible yet. One.
Tall girl.
Yeah, you know what I told Fink the other night? I said, I think she's getting shorter. I said, or I'm just getting used to her. Because the first time I saw her, I was like, wow.
I think she's getting shorter.
I said, I think she's getting shorter. But I said, I think maybe I'm just getting used to her. He goes, I think maybe you're just getting used to her. But she's 7'2". This is what I understand right now, is that, first of all, she's not eligible yet. They're going back and forth to the NCAA. I do not know all the particulars there. They are also working with her on getting her acclimated to school because she hasn't gone to school for quite some time. Okay. So she has yet to travel with us. She may go to the Big 12, but I'm not certain on that. And who knows? And I don't think that she is going to play this year at this point, but then all bets are off. I mean, if she were all of a sudden to get a stamp of approval today and they say you got 2.5 years left, Coach Gerlich may say, we got 8 games left, plus the Big 12, plus postseason. We need her. And so, but that's kind of what I understand as of now, is that she probably will not play this year. But they're working on getting her eligible, getting her acclimated to school, and then acclimated to Lady Raider practices. Okay? She did go, I think she went through warm-ups. I mean, she's technically on the roster. Which is wild, because when they do the reporting for the games, they'll put her under will not play list, or however that's worded, you know. So anyway, so that's what I know right now.
So the answer is not this year.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. One person asked, is she going to have 4 years here? I don't believe that either. I think it's going to be 2 or 3. I think 3 would be the big number, but if you got 2, that'd be awesome. Gives you a chance to build a little bit and go out, because she'll be an attraction with other players. They'll want to play with her. She's really good, so that will help you. Is that going to be on the back of her jersey, tall girl? No, I don't think so.
I think you will be able to see who she is without the name on the jersey.
Acclimated is not a word. You sure about that? Are we sure about that? Is that acclimated is a word?
Acclimated?
Acclimated? Acclimated?
I don't know of acclimated.
It's a word that I have used. Brought to tears by those. Would love to hear that Curt Wilson over Oklahoma State one. Okay, well, we'll see.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.